Welcome, viewer, to our apartment nightmares, 3 Tales of Terror. Welcome to the chilling world of apartment horror stories, where each corner and shadow holds a tale of dread. These stories unfold in spaces that are meant to be sanctuaries, transforming them into realms of nightmares. Delve into the uncanny and prepare to be haunted by what lies within. The Whispering Walls begins with a move into an old, eerie apartment, setting the stage for a series of unsettling events. The protagonist, seeking a fresh start, is unaware of the chilling past that clings to the walls of their new home. As night falls, the true nature of the apartment begins to reveal itself. Strange whispers and shadows start to haunt the protagonist at night, turning their dreams into sleepless terrors. These nocturnal disturbances are more than mere figments of imagination. They seem to carry messages and warnings from a realm beyond the living, urging the protagonist to uncover the truth. The apartment's grim history of a past tragedy slowly comes to light, adding depth to the mysteries that pervade its rooms. The protagonist learns of events that once stained the apartment with sorrow and despair, making the whispers and shadows all the more sinister and compelling. Encounters with unsettling apparitions in the mirror further unravel the protagonist's nerves. These ghostly figures, reflections of a tormented past, beckon with silent pleas and angry demands. It becomes clear that the apartment is a nexus for unresolved spirits, trapped between worlds and desperate for release. As the whispers intensified, they began to form coherent sentences, chilling the protagonist to the bone. These voices, once indecipherable, now revealed dark secrets of the past, hinting at tragedies and misdeeds that were soaked into the very walls of the apartment. Each whisper felt like a cold breath, sending shivers down the spine. The protagonist's curiosity turned to horror upon discovering the apartment's grim history. It was the site of a long-forgotten tragedy, where sorrow and despair had seeped into its foundations. This revelation cast a shadow over every corner of the home, making the air heavier and the nights longer. Encounters with unsettling apparitions in the mirror became a terrifyingly regular occurrence. The protagonist would catch glimpses of figures standing behind them, figures that vanished when looked at directly. These fleeting images in the glass seemed to be trapped souls, eternally bound to the apartment, reaching out from beyond. An unexpected chill would sweep through the room, and objects began to move on their own, as if manipulated by unseen hands. This poltergeist activity turned the protagonist's home into a playground for the supernatural, where the physical laws seemed to bend to the will of the spirits haunting the space. Seeking solace and understanding, the protagonist reached out to friends only to be met with disbelief. Their stories, no matter how earnestly told, were dismissed as the product of an overactive imagination or stress. This isolation deepened the terror, for it was a battle they had to face alone. Confronting the spirits was a desperate measure taken in a moment of sheer terror. The protagonist, armed with nothing but a flickering flashlight and a heart full of dread, called out to the whispers. What happened next was beyond belief. The air grew thick, and a voice, clear and sorrowful, responded, revealing a tragic tale of love lost and betrayal. The ghost, once a resident of the apartment, had met a grim fate right within these walls. Moving out seemed like the only escape. The protagonist packed their life into boxes, each item a reminder of the eerie experiences endured. The whispers, though, seemed to follow, a constant murmur even as the moving truck pulled away. It was a chilling reminder that some haunts aren't bound by walls, but by memories. We hope you have enjoyed this story. Join us as we being the story of the elevator to nowhere. It began with hushed conversations among the tenants. They spoke of an elevator with a mind of its own, acting as a vessel to the unknown. Curiosity, a trait as perilous as it is human, nudged the protagonist toward an investigation. Little did they know, this curiosity would lead them into the depths of the building's darkest secrets. One night, driven by a mix of fear and fascination, they stepped into the elevator. The doors closed with a thud and the lights flickered. Instead of moving up or down, the elevator shuddered to a halt between floors, opening onto an abyss of darkness. The air turned cold, a silent warning of the terrors lurking in the unseen. In the dim light of the elevator's interior, a ghostly figure appeared in the mirror, Its eyes, hollow with sorrow, met the protagonist's gaze. The encounter was fleeting, but it left a mark deeper than fear. It was a window into the suffering that filled the building's past, a momentary connection between realms. Curiosity overcame fear as the protagonist decided to investigate the mysterious elevator's behavior. Late one night, they stepped in, pressing the button for their floor. Instead of ascending, the elevator shuddered to a halt between floors, the doors creaking open to reveal an impenetrable darkness that seemed to swallow the light. In the eerie silence, a reflection appeared in the elevator's mirror, not the protagonist's own, but a ghostly figure, its features blurred as if seen through water. The air turned cold, a chill that seemed to seep into the very bones as the figure's presence became more pronounced, standing just behind. The elevator then lurched into motion, not upwards or downwards, but seemingly sideways, taking the protagonist to floors that were not marked on the building's directory. Each stop revealed hallways bathed in flickering lights, with doors that led to nowhere and whispers echoing from unseen sources. On one such floor, the protagonist discovered a space that officially didn't exist. It was a floor forgotten by time, housing the relics of past residents who had mysteriously disappeared. Personal items lay scattered, covered in dust, as if suddenly abandoned, painting a picture of lives interrupted. The horrifying journey reached its peak when eerie sounds filled the small space, and cold spots appeared out of nowhere, chilling the air around. The protagonist realized that the elevator was not just a mode of transportation, but a vessel carrying the building's darkest secrets, cursed to relive its grim past over and over. Exploring the mysterious elevator, the protagonist stumbled upon relics from past residents who had vanished without a trace. These objects, left behind as if frozen in time, hinted at a series of unexplained disappearances that had plagued the building for years. Each item carried a story, a piece of the puzzle that was deeply entwined with the building's dark history. In a terrifying encounter, the elevator's curse was finally revealed. Amidst the flickering lights and the eerie silence, a ghostly apparition emerged, recounting the tale of sorrow and betrayal that led to its eternal entrapment within these walls. This revelation shed light on the elevator's erratic behavior, a manifestation of the spirit's unrest. Having narrowly escaped the clutches of the haunted elevator, the protagonist was left with more questions than answers. The encounter with the spectral figure had opened a Pandora's box of mysteries that seemed impossible to close. The building's past was now a haunting presence in their life, a shadow that loomed large over their every move. As the building's dark past was uncovered, it became clear that the protagonist was not merely a resident, but a witness to the echoes of forgotten lives. The tales of horror and despair that filled the corridors were a testament to the building's gruesome legacy, leaving an indelible mark on those who dared to uncover its secrets. Embarking on the third and final chilling tale, The Roommate from Hell introduced a new level of terror. Sharing an apartment with a mysterious stranger, the protagonist was plunged into a world where the lines between reality and nightmare blurred. This story promised to unravel the dark secrets that lay hidden within the mundane, turning everyday life into a realm of unimaginable horror. Living with someone always comes with its quirks, but when the new roommate moved in, the atmosphere shifted. Their odd behaviors weren't just peculiar, they were unnerving. Lights flickered without reason, and doors slammed shut, leaving a cold trail of unease. It was as if their very presence disturbed the peace. As time passed, inexplicable events became a daily horror. Glasses shattered without being touched, and whispers echoed through empty rooms. It felt like the apartment itself was reacting to the roommate's dark aura, warning of the lurking danger. The tension was palpable, transforming the once cozy space into a realm of shadows. The roommate's secrets slowly started to unravel, casting a sinister glow over their every move. It wasn't just their odd hours or the strange visitors that left as quickly as they came. It was the way the air seemed to thicken with dread around them, hinting at a darkness that was more than just human. The apartment turned into a stage for a terrifying spectacle. Objects levitated and hurled across rooms with violent intent, leaving behind a mess of questions and fear. These unexplained phenomena heightened the sense of alarm, pointing to an unseen force at play. It was clear that something beyond understanding was happening. Then came the nightmares, vivid and disturbing, featuring the roommate in scenarios too sinister to be mere dreams. These visions blurred the line between sleep and wakefulness, making every night a dreaded journey into terror. The nightmares felt too real, too close to the truth, hinting at the roommate's terrifying true identity. In the heart of the night, a battle of wits and bravery ensued. The apartment, once a place of solace, transformed into an arena. Every shadow hid a whisper, every creak a warning. The protagonist, armed with newfound courage and a determination to reclaim their home, faced the malevolent forces head-on. Uncovering a hidden room, the air thick with the scent of ancient rituals, revealed sinister artifacts. These objects, pulsating with a dark energy, held the key to understanding the roommate's true nature. Amongst these relics, symbols and texts spoke of ceremonies and summonings, painting a grim picture of the past. The revelation of the roommate's connection to the occult sent shivers down the spine. It wasn't just odd behaviors or inexplicable events, it was a deep-seated darkness that had infiltrated their home. This knowledge armed the protagonist with the truth, a weapon more powerful than any fear. A climactic confrontation unfolded where the protagonist's resolve was tested against the dark side of their roommate. This wasn't just a fight for the apartment, but a fight for their very soul. Words and wills clashed, with each parry and thrust bringing them closer to the truth. In the end, banishing the evil presence required more than just physical strength. It required an unyielding spirit. The apartment, once a battleground of malevolent forces, was cleansed. Peace returned, but the scars of the ordeal etched a permanent mark on the protagonist, forever changing them. After the harrowing ordeal with the roommate from hell, tranquility finally envelops the apartment once more. But the protagonist, although relieved, carries the scars of the encounter. The battle against the malevolent forces has left an indelible mark, altering their perception of reality and trust in the unseen forever. This brings us to the end of our trilogy for this evening. We hope you have enjoyed our tales, and if you would like to see more of our horror stories, please like and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more terror tales. For now, sleep well, viewer, and we hope to see you next time.